And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Minnesota Twins. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a three-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just a little bit away from first pitch, and on the hill in this one, Bailey Ober.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher, so it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. And stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. Outside, and that is ball four.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
So up next, Ceddanne Rafaela. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And there's one down.
Batting third.
Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about guys, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
The 1-1. Runner on the go. In the dirt, but kept close. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Well, a nice lead and a nice steal there to get into scoring position with the heart of the order at the plate. That might just lead them to pitching around these hitters a little more because of the open base. But it's early in this ball game. Can't imagine it'll change the attack plan too much.
Devers swings and drives one. Deep right field. Carrying well. Hits the top of the wall. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. The throw to second is offline.
Well, does a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You have a run.
And Martinez. Man at second. Now, power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. He leaves the yard to right, and they add a couple more. It's 3-0.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to follow that type of approach.
One out, base is empty. So stepping in for Boston, Tristan Casas. And that's outside, and it's 2-1.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to first. That's it out.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
And strike two.
1-2.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 3-0. Back in Minnesota. And on the mound in this one, Brian Bayo.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien.
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ball game.
The wide to kick the pitch. Out to center. Durant racing over to make the catch. And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
On the ground. Gathers and throws to first. And there are 2 outs.
Batting third, the third baseman, Royce.
Here's Royce Lewis. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. Out to short, Rafaela. Slings to first, gets him easily, ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They trail it here 3-0. Back at Target Field, top of the second. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
Just off the outside edge, and a count 2-1. Rocketed out towards right center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So a man aboard. Here's the second baseman, Vaughn Grissom. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Out to short. Correa over to first. 1 out in the second.
Batting 9, the right fielder, number 30.
And next for the Red Sox, Rob Refsnyder. Here's a 1-1. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to third. Tosses to first. 2 away. So the lineup flips over. Now batting Jarren Duran. And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. And the Red Sox leave 1. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. And we're back. Stepping in the long ball threat, Byron Buxton.
Buxton.
And a swing and a miss there.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
The 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's a good take.
Bounce to the left side. Dahlbeck. Now the throw to first on the run. Out. That takes care of Buxton.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Here's Carlos Correa.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And a pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistent.
And that's a base hit. Now a long throw to first.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. Stays alive. And another ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swing and a miss. Adam out front for the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Alex Kirilloff. That one catches the zone, and the count 1-2. Correa off of first with 2 away. That one out to right. Makes the catch, inning over. 1 left for Minnesota. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning, and stepping in for Boston, Cedane Rafaela. And he deals. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one. Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
The pitch. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. He'll circle the bases. It's 4-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
And here is J.D. Martinez. And a pitch. And that one fouled off. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And that's going to be ruled a swing.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
2 outs, base is empty. Now batting Tristan Casas. The wind of the pitch. And there's a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep. And a swing and a miss. Out number 3. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. As we go to the last of the third. And now for the Twins, Carlos Santana. The wind of the pitch.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
All back to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now that second baseman, Edward
Julien, the next Twin up to hit. Two outs. That's whipped. Base hit. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and he's there with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Manuel Margot up to the plate.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. The pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Twins wind up stranding 1. They're down 4-0. On to the fourth. Here's the catcher, Connor Wong. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The batter, the third baseman.
So stepping in for Boston, Bobby Dahlbeck. The 1-1. In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Righty to the plate. Ground ball right side, could be two. Glove flip to second, on the Santana, 2.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded.
Two out, space is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Twins, Royce Lewis. Here's a 1-1. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time, so they get the first out of the inning.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Here's Byron Buxton. In the air, out towards right center. This looks like extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
One out, runner at second. Now Correa up to hit. Now before the pitch, he looks him back.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Buxton on at second with two down. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. One left for Minnesota. They trail it here 4-0. Back in Minnesota, ready now for the fifth inning. And stepping in for Boston, Rob Refsnyder. Ball to strike. The pitch.
No, that's a ball.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And another ball.
Full count.
Up the middle, gets to it with a slide, gathers and throws, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Now here is Jarren Duran. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs. One down, base is empty. That's inside. Action in the pen
Two
down
ball,
there.
two
Brock
strikes.
Stewart appears to be getting loose. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Well, this is the type of hitter you want up in this situation. Some sluggers coming up behind him. He's so good at moving runners, but also getting on base. See if he can be patient here.
Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They lead 4-0. Bottom of the inning, digging in, Alex Kirilloff.
The designated hitter, Alex Kirilloff.
The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. And there's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Man at first. So up next for Minnesota, Carlos Santana. 2-1 now. That one fouled off. At the belt and fires. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Kicks and deals. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Grissom whips it to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Christian Vasquez, the hitter. The Red Sox leading by 4 here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Next offering is fouled back. Man at second. Fly ball to right. Ref Snyder moving under it and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien.
The second baseman, Edouard Julien.
Kirilloff stands at second with 2 gone. And there's a base hit to the left. Coming home. Fires it to the plate. The tag, and he's safe. So 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Manuel Margot. Bayo with a move to first. And he's back safely. The Red Sox leading by 3. Last half of inning number 5. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One, 2 now. In the air, left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Back-to-back singles. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
And now we'll get a mound visit from the pitching coach. Probably trying to give a little more time for that arm out in the bullpen to get warmed up. At the plate, Royce Lewis. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. The Twins trailing by 3 here in the third and final game of the series. That one down the line. Over to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Caleb Thielbar. He's been so good against lefties. Now it's Devers at the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And here it comes. This one in the air, right field. Puts it away for the out.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
J.D. Martinez stands in, and it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
The next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
1 down, base is empty. And J.D. gets a piece now, 2-2. The pitch. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Out on the drop, 3rd strike, 2 gone.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Here's a 1-1. Late with the swing there.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one missed.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
The pitch. And another ball. And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very Gritty.
2 outs, runner at first. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. The 1-1. Wouldn't chase that time. In the air out to center. Buxton moves under it. And that is that. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. The Red Sox 4 and the Twins 1. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a big power threat. Byron Buxton.
Just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Got him swinging.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. With 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
And here comes Carlos Correa. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Twins trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. That one the other way, and a base hit right there.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Good pitch, slider down and away, just stayed down and threw it nicely. Such an easy pitch to pull off of because you're probably thinking fastball down the middle initially.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Brian Bayo done for the afternoon, and he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back. So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Lucas Litke. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now at the plate, Matt Wallner. The 1-1 is fouled off.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me. Now this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
Now Alex Kirilloff. Two outs, and they'll do it again. The 1-2 spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss. He swung over top of the curveball. Twins wind up stranding 1, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brock Stewart.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So digging in, Bobby Dahlbeck.
The third baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck.
And a pitch. Popped foul out of play off to the right. And that's off the inside edge. And the count's even at 2. The pitch. That
Full count.
one misses, and that's ball 3. Kicks and fires. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Vaughn Grissom up next for the Red Sox. And the right-hander deals. They say a win.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Good job to fight that one off. One down, base is empty.
Full count.
And there's a ball. Got him looking. And there's 2 down.
Man, he had a stanky leg on that one right there. That curveball just locked him up.
Rob Refsnyder up next for the Red Sox. And a 1-1. That one ripped. That's going back. Back some more. Goodbye, home run. He'll touch them all. And they tack one on the board. It's 5-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Jarren Duran digs in now. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to 3rd. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. And the righty deals.
Full count.
And another ball. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals, and down on strikes. And that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 5-1. Back in target field, and now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana.
Santana.
And the pitch.
Ball.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2-2.
Bounce to the right. Whips it to Casas, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
The catcher, number 8, Christian Vasquez.
Here's Christian Vasquez. The Red Sox leading by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. Tap
2-1.
dances out of the way of that one.
Ball.
And there's a ball.
3-1.
There's the swing and a miss.
Full count.
Here comes a pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Payoff pitch. Hard hit right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Up next to Minnesota, the second baseman, Edouard Julien.
And here's the Twins leadoff guy, Edouard Julien. Two down, nobody on. Bunting for a hit, he pops it up. And that is that. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They're down here 5-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Stephen Okert. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Now it's the shortstop, Cedane Rafaela.
Cedane Rafaela.
One now. He swings and fouls one off. And a pitch. And that's outside. Wouldn't chase that time. Swung on, belted. Margot moving back. Adios, Peralta. His second home run of the series. It's 6-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Rafael Devers. The 1-1. Hard hit to third. Tosses across to first, and Devers is set down.
Now batting.
Here is J.D. Martinez. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Martinez tries to hold up, appeal to first, and Ed Drummond right on it says he held up. And a pop-off right side, foul territory. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
Now batting. The first baseman, Tristan Casas.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's going to be Tristan Casas. Two outs. And another ball. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And it one-hops the wall. And that's a 2-out double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Put a really beautiful swing on that pitch right there. Just didn't quite have the combination of launch angle and exit velocity to drive it over the wall. But when you can beat a center fielder like that, you know you hit it well.
Now the catcher up to hit, Connor Wong. Swings through that.
1-2.
Boston with another on the solo blast. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Manuel
The
Margot.
left fielder, Manuel Margot.
And he deals. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2. The pitch. Base hit center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And now Royce Lewis on the ground left side. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Now the cleanup hitter for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Josh Winkowski.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
The Red Sox leading by 5 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Griffin Jacks.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Out towards right center field. Buxton sizing it up. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter at the box, second baseman,
Vaughn Grissom up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Josh Stamont preparing to come on if needed. Topa, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. At the belt and fires. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
That catches the top part of the zone, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So they make short work of him there. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Twins 1. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Stepping in, Carlos Correa. The pitch. That one lifted to left. Rafaela flashes the leather on the running catch.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's one of them that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
He's 2 outs away. And next for Minnesota, Matt Wallner. Ground ball right side. Passes on to first. Now only one out remaining.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Alex Kirilloff, the next to hit. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
Good eye in that spot.
2 balls, 1 strike.
They're down to their final strike. One strike away. Good eye right there.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And a pitch. Well struck right field. That one's carrying. Out of here. Home run number 5 on the season, and they're chipping away. It's 6-2.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
So up next, Carlos Santana. The 1-1. Right through there for a strike. The Red Sox leading by 4. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And a 1-2 again. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
Well, the goal when you go on the road is to at least play 500 ball. Well, they've been winning series. They win this one here, and you got yourself a little bit of breathing room, but you want to keep the same mindset. Let's go into the next place, and let's take that series again.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.